Morning, homies. Cold up here in the north. Like we are getting hit with winter this year. Yeah, some years it's kind of hit and miss. We'll get a little bit of snow. Well, what I consider a little bit of snow. Gets quite a few warm days here and there, but this winter it's been cold. I mean, good bit of snow. How do I know Jesus is the right religion, the right one to follow? How do I know Jesus is the way, I should say? Because I've always battled with this question, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know what's right? There's all these different religions out there. They're always fighting over them. There's got to be some truth to them. How do you know what's right? And this is always kind of, well, I shouldn't say always, up until about 2 years ago. It's always kind of been a battle going on in my mind. So I've always kind of tried to study all religions, I guess, just to try to understand them. And growing up, my family was always Christianity, you know. So that religion, that faith belief was always there. But you know, as a simple, weak little human, you know, our minds are always, is Jesus real? You know, is this really, did this really happen? So I'm going to tell you how I came to 100% not a doubt in my mind. And it's actually simple, man. It's super simple. All it is praying, you know, and just pray. Don't go to man. You don't need a preacher to tell you. You don't need, go straight to the source. Like, just pray. And the answers come. I mean, they do come all the time. But 4 years ago, I don't know if you can see it here. Beautiful big bald eagle swooping right there. That'd be cool if he comes back this way. But 4 years ago, which I've shared on this page, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of deeper history about it. I was just overcoming addiction. You know, I found Bigfoot. I was, you know, just from, that was all God too, you know. That was 100% God. Just to get my mind to help me get off battle, you know, defeat this addiction. I needed something to get my attention away from it, you know what I mean? And I was in the woods praying and just arguing with God, and then the whole Bigfoot thing happened, and it got my attention and it helped me get away from everything. But I just defeated addiction. But my body, after 20 years of being on stuff, was a mess. Like, I was having anxiety, panic attacks. I was a mess. It was like my body was in shock. Like, the withdrawals and all the cravings and all that was gone, but my body was a mess, you know. Like, the anxiety and panic attacks were just horrible. I'd be driving down the road and like every muscle in my body would get tight. You know, I'd go days without sleeping because in my mind it's telling me I'm not good enough for nothing, you know what I mean? Like, so it was that constant battle. Well, I'm laying in bed one night, after outfooting and a weekend of doing this stuff. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I've shared it before. If you want to just go back and find it, man. Visit with the Light. That's the names of the videos, I'm pretty sure. But when I'm in this place, everything is about love. This is like, I get there, some people think I died. I don't believe I died, because I would wake up every time that thing was standing there. And when I'd close my eyes, it'd be standing there with its arm reaching out. Well, I'd get up, And, this happened 3 times before I finally said screw it and grabbed its arm when I closed my eyes. But, it takes me to this place. And the whole place, all you feel is love. I'm seeing loved ones in groups, meeting other loved ones as they enter. And it's telling me the only way we beat this world is with love. Everything was love. Everything was love. Love everything. That was the whole message. The trees, they got love glowing off of them. I mean, the whole thing is love. And the trees amaze me the most, I guess. Just, they looked alive. You know what I mean? Like everything was alive. Like I could have interaction with the trees and grass and everything. That's what was amazing. But this thing's telling me, just love. Love everything. That's how you beat it. That's how you get away from this earth. That's how you make it here, is what this thing's showing me. It's beautiful, ain't it? I'm feeling the right message today, folks. So I'm like, and it shows me the men of the Bible. I'm seeing them. I'm seeing them in the wilderness. Like this stuff has reached out throughout time to certain individuals, and I'm seeing them now. I'm seeing them like, oh, I know what that is. I know that story. I know that story, because it's like putting these images in my mind, and I'm getting the whole. And I recognized it. That took me from believing the Bible like a faith to knowing. Okay, it was like 100% confirmation. This is all real. But it didn't show me Jesus, and that bugged me. So for the last, up until last year, I always prayed, like, why didn't you show me Jesus? Why did I see Moses, Abraham, everybody else in the Bible? And it wasn't just Bible, there was several others, like I'm seeing that. You just have to get back and watch the videos. I'm seeing all this, but I didn't see Jesus. And that bugged me. And I would always ask Jesus, or God, this was always a battle in my mind. Okay, I believe the Bible. This is all real. But why didn't you show me this character, Jesus, that's in the Bible? A big part of the Bible, a big part of this Christianity. So I was always asking God about it. And when I was up there, this is an important part. Everything was connected. Like, it was like God was everything. The trees, everything was God. And it was just pure love, like love is God. This type of energy. And it's not a love we experience here. Like, your love for your kids and your wife, this is like 100 times that. So powerful, man. And it takes away, the love is so strong, you can't have any other emotions. Because it's perfect. It's hard to explain. But where's Jesus? God, for a couple of years I was asking, why didn't you show me Jesus? Why didn't you show me Jesus? And then I was praying, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was asking that question, where was Jesus in all this? And it just, then one day it just hit me. Like, when the answers come in, it's like a feeling. It's not like clear words in your head. It's just truth blasted into you. Okay, there's no doubt in your mind when the real answers start coming in. I mean, it's the Holy Spirit, you know. That's what it's coming from. But I'm asking this question, you know, where was Jesus in this? Why didn't you show me him? You showed me everything else. Why didn't you show me him? And then I got blasted with truth, man. And it says, I told you to love, didn't I? And then it floored me. Oh, crap. That was Jesus. I was being shown this place by love. And when you go back and read everything, just read the red letters, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and listen to Jesus' words. Everything he did here was love. You know, he loved everybody. The whole message was love. And it really was God in the flesh speaking his truth here on earth to us. And that, I mean, it floored me. And that's when all that doubt was taken from me. And you know, I struggle nowadays because what we see some church has become, but that wasn't the original message. You know what I mean? There's corruption and crookedness in everything. God was Jesus, folks. And out of all their religions, that was the 100% love one, you know. And that was the whole message I was getting up there at the same time. In live time, man, that's the message I was getting. Love, 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 love. And that's what Jesus tried telling us down here. That's how I know. That's who I'm following. That's who I'll die for. You know, and I've dipped into all religions since this has happened. Everything. I've looked at them all because I wanted to know what I was seeing up here to down here. And all these stuff folks battle over who's right, who's wrong. This is my religion's right, my religion's right, my religion's right. There was only one that was given that message. And now, you know, it's like all that, I battle now because it's so easy for me. Like, I struggle here. I struggle with myself. I'm always battling myself all the time. Like, I'm not good enough, man. I'm not good enough for you, God. Why do you always answer my prayers? Why do you always look out for me? Like, I am not a good person. I sin. I do crap every day, you know. But you still listen to me. And this is what I was telling my cousin at work, like, because she's searching right now. It's like, and then when you look at Jesus, once again, he was after the ones struggling, the ones battling down here. He didn't go straight to the synagogues and get the, you know, the ones in the robes, you know, just... But yeah, that's how I lost all doubt. Jesus was God here in the flesh, folks. Not a doubt in my mind. Go back to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John and just read his words. Or like me, I got a Bluetooth, I just listen to it all the time. It's like, man, I've heard that story. I lived that story. It's like, yep, that's it. Alright, but I gotta get to work. Normally, I don't know, it's so cold here right now. I'm gonna try to get out this weekend. And I guess the reason why I'm sharing this, because I was taking a shower 2 nights ago, and I felt pray came over me, while I was in the shower. So I got down and started praying. What do you want me to do, Lord? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, I owe you, You've answered all my prayers, all of them. And then, by the time I got in the bedroom, it came over me. Tell him how you know Jesus. How do you know Jesus is the right one? I said, all right. And, this is the only way I know to spread this. So, you guys are getting it, man. But, it's time for work. Love you guys. Peace.